Wednesday, April 16. Let's get down to business. 8:24 in the morning. Thank you guys for being here. I'm your host, Gerardo G. Money Pies. Our team here, Van, Daniela, with help me with the morning stuff and starting the Zooms. Welcome in, Alina, Eduardo, Miss Leticia, Paul. ¿Cómo estamos, Paul? ¿Qué dice el FIBO? No lo he checado. Ron, Mr. Swanandi, Future. Nah, he master trader. Master technical expert. Swanandi. Tommy, what's going on, man? Our our our
Good. I'm
our, our
ready to
young
get
our young buck, our apprentice, Tommy the apprentice. He wants to know everything. He wants to know everything. Yeah, let's go for it, man. Ask those questions the way they help everybody. All right. Let's see here. So I kind of did a quick review and just kind of getting my eyes better with the structure. Here is the daily bullet structure combined with the weekly fib. If my wife over here is telling me you forgot your disclaimer, G. I thought she wasn't listening. What's going on? All right, as always, right? The Trade Circle is an educational platform. Any information shared is for educational purposes only. Thanks, guys. Anyways, bullet structure on the daily basis. She definitely got my back, yeah. She definitely got my back. Bullet structure. If I fit from this swing low to this swing high, having fun. Okay, we're actually at the 382 extension of the swing. Okay, and on the weekly level, okay, let me see if I can change this up a little bit. This is something I learned from a lady. I forget her name. She's actually a mentor of mine on YouTube when it comes to the fib. Carolyn Brody. I think Caroline Broder. She is known as the fib queen, and she uses she uses this technique a lot when it comes to layering in multiple fibs, depending on where you grab the low to high from. So here's the swing low to swing high fib correction. It came to about 61%, and we're already at those extensions. Okay, at 38.2 extension. However, if we just take simply the fib of the week, okay, the fib of the low to high, like I personally like to do it, okay, we're at the 272 extension. So we're kind of near that area right there, right? We're near this area here where we're at a take profit zone. Let's just say we're not at a selling zone. We're at a take profit zone. The market can pull back just a little bit, and then I think it can still go higher. Alrighty. So that's the structure there on the daily. On the 4-hour chart, we have the same markup here. Okay, same markup here that we had earlier. We are starting to get a few wick rejection, so that's good. Let's go to the hour chart. And we're still waiting for price to see if we can come back down to this 1-hour rally-based rally. And then let's just see if there's any more ETM candlesticks along the way. There's a 45-minute rally-based rally there. A 30-minute BEC. I like this. So 30-minute, 1 hour, 45 minutes, and 30 minutes. Perfect, perfect. And 20 minutes. 15. Still got some structure. All right, here it is. Here is a flip zone, which is going to be our deciding factor. Right there. Some 10-minute charts. Very nice. Ok, Paul, ahí voy, ahí voy, ahí voy, ahí voy. Ahí estamos, sí. Déjame revisar aquí las cositas. No sé si está notado tú, Paul, que en vez del precio viene a tocar las señales del FIBO en veces. Esas señales del FIBO ah, son, son zonas de mucho volumen. Entonces, muchas cosas están pasando ahí que es volumen. ¿Ok? Y por ejemplo, aquí esta rosa, ¿viste? Esta rosa mantuvo el precio para arriba. ¿Ok? This is in this indicator that we have here, guys. It's an indicator that it's a that Paul is also in a Spanish trading community where they give him access to the indicator and it kind of gives the signals. I'm exploring this idea for ours as well to kind of give us some ideas, but I was just kind of recapping that. We have access to it here. I'm not using it 100% like I should, but we'll see. Okay. But así, pues, me gusta, si no brinca aquí, quiero que venga a agarrar liquidez de aquí abajo y ya después comprar.
Sí, total. Ahora estamos en un punto que sí que podría irse para arriba, pero si no, yo
No, por
tengo el
abajo.
equilibrio de Asia.
¿En dónde?
Tengo una en el equilibrio de Asia, en el 50%,
Ok, perfecto.
hay un rally by rally,
Te checo aquí.
pero no sé si va a llegar tan abajo.
Te checo. Oh, sí, porque la noticia. Okay, perfect. Here's the news, guys. At this time is the news that comes around. Let me do check the sessions. 8:30 is in, 8:30 volume is in. Let's check the sessions here. I'm trying to get rid of this. Market sessions. Come on, market sessions. Daniela, welcome in, Daniela. We are just getting started here, and the volume just kicked in for um, right. Well, so this is the Asian session here. 50%, ya puede estar muy bajo, Paul, pero yo creo que sacamos el mínimo de la apertura de Londres y tocamos el 23% de Asia. Me gusta ahí, igual. Yeah, so if we can get to the top of the Asian session, guys, that's price 32.87, maybe about 23%, which puts us in range of, let's call it 32.75, 32.80. I like a potential entry there. Okay, so let's call this Asia 32.80, 32.75, the buying zone. Okay, the buying zone right here. All righty. We'll also have a 1 hour, 45-minute, and 30-minute ETM. Right there. We're at this on the 10-minute chart. We had this base drop that got engulfed, came back and rebalanced it, trying to behave like a flip zone. And sometimes too, Tommy, sometimes the flip zone gets broken, retests, and goes the direction. Sometimes it gets broken, gets back above it, and then goes in the actual direction that we wanted to originally. But again, though, right, it's an area of interest, an area of equilibrium. And if we can, and then we also have this little triangle pattern here that's kind of squeezing price. And maybe we can do a break and retest, capitalize on some sales, and then from there we can
It's almost again, it might form another drop-based drop there.
yeah, like currently right now, right?
Yeah. It might. Well, it actually did form a drop-based drop, and then maybe another one.
Here it is, right here, right, Doc? I mean, Tom, right? Yeah. So see,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what
flip
I
that
call,
BEC. Yeah.
that's, go ahead, Dad, sorry.
Yeah, flip the BEC and go in the other direction and just flipped right through it. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what we always say there, guys. Demand, supply and demand are always being built. The candlesticks, the ETN candlesticks is one way to look at supply and demand, right? So, price is trying to go down, right? And by forming this drop-based drop, right? And what's interesting to me though, right, is that obviously this thing is bullish, okay? And here's what's interesting to me. We actually formed a BEC right here. That's the one that actually catches my attention more because it just formed a bullish demand BEC that it's breaking. So if the buyers are really in control, this should have been an easy one. Impulse correction, continue upwards. So the sellers are starting to be a little bit stronger. Okay. Are starting to be a little bit stronger there. And again, we just always ask ourselves a question, right? Where is price going to go? And then from there, we can, if there's opportunity, we can take it. So like if price if we think is going to go here and we decide to enter there, okay, our stop loss technically is at a high. Is the pip small enough there for me to take the opportunity down to the downside? Okay. We just got to check for momentum right quick. That's where we go to the 5-minute charts. Let's see. The indicators again are being a little bit slow. Come on, indicators. Oh, well, all right. So here, the midpoints are still bullish. Okay, the midpoints are still very bullish. But we are below them, right? So if we can break this 10-minute flip zone again, I would like to see a buy from this area here. 3280, 3275. 3280, 3275. This one right here. If you guys see anything else, let me know. I am
Hey,
gonna
go back to was that the 5-minute with the boxes on?
yes.
It's in the planetary alignment. We got it's in its right position. However, price is below the two. So whatever we get now is strictly pullback. And we had such a huge impulse. I have a feeling we might get a deep pullback. So it could come back and like I said, those zones are really good. If the flip zone doesn't hold, the next line of defense is this your what's that big Asian 50% zone,
Yeah.
where we got on there. Yeah.
All right, guys. It's just something to kind of just test the waters out. I'm gonna take a quick sell right here to the edge of this 52 box at 32.93 take profit. Okay. This is just something, okay, you know what? I like the momentum that I see. Nothing that's gonna make my percentage. It's just more kind of just putting some pebbles in there to this volatile market. And I would say the take profit will be right here at the edge of the box of the 52, which is 32.93. Is there any more news, guys? Not till 12:30. Okay, everything else is Canadian stuff. All right, perfect. All right, 32.93 is my take profit.
Where would you put the stop loss?
The stop loss always goes at a high, so I would put it potentially. There's a 5-minute candlestick. right above the current candlestick high. But this is those momentum trades that once you're in, we're immediately in blue type of thing. And say those little pebbles add up, y'all. Shoot. I'm already
That
up,
was a good pebble.
almost already up $100. Just on a little scalp in a few seconds.
Did you put one lot size?
None. Like a tenth of it.
Oh, okay.
Looks like that 5 minute rally base really wants to.
Yeah, it's the
hold it.
five. So yeah, so the 5 minute rally base rally. Okay, here it is. And we pushed up, pushed down, pushed up, came in. We came in and actually did bounce up right there, Dan. You see that, Dan? But then the momentum is slightly coming to go lower. So we have multiple touches now. If these multiple touches came spiking back up, I think the momentum temporarily is just bearish to get into a buying zone. Okay, get into a buying zone.
Yeah, see the harmonics pattern that I like just formed really nice too.
This
It's
one right here,
perfect. Yep. Mhm.
that's against our sale. So I don't like it. I don't want to see it.
I know you don't like it.
No,
A
I
lot
don't
of
want
people
to.
don't like when I say that, but it's like it's interesting though. It's I
Nah,
just got it on my indicator saying that my harmonic just popped
yeah,
up. So
they're all there. No, for sure, man. For sure, I got you.
they're all there.
AG,
Yeah.
what did I miss?
Say it again.
What did I miss?
Oh man, we just
Mr.
made $1,000, bro.
With what drop?
Everybody, man. Right, guys? We just made $1,000. Everybody.
Yeah, really.
Absolutely.
Tommy, did you use that lamp a lot?
Yes.
Man, you missed out, man. No, I think I'm liking this buying zone, Tsunandi. Sí, pero me lo veo aquí a este mínimo, 32.93.4. I want to take it here, Tsunandi, maybe this 1 hour, 45 minute, 30-minute zone. Let me just check for here. Right here, man. Look at this. 30-minute BEC just waiting for us right there. It's not a bad area to at least take it back to 33.25. We took this little 2 candlestick sell right now. It's a little scalp to 32.93, man. 32.93. It's a good target, which will be the edge of the 52 bucks. Okay, edge of the 52 bucks. But I like this setup here. I like, obviously we want to focus on buys, guys. We want to focus on buys, but again, though, there's a lot of room to operate from when we set it here. It's a 90, that's a $9 drop. That's 90 pips, right? Even between there and all the way down, that's a $20 drop. It's 200 pips, right? The pips is what pays us, not the patterns. The patterns are right now overextended because obviously the volatility of it. But if you know how to count pips and use a good lot size, you can get yourself. You'll know how the money multiplies when it comes to the charts. All right, but I got my team.
Size.
Say
Yeah.
it again.
I said the Lambo lot size.
The Lambo lots, man. All right, perfect. I'll put an alarm here at 30. What did I say? I don't mind 32.94, guys, okay, because we're at the edge of the box, but I do have mine set at 93. But I'll put an alarm here. Once I hit this alarm, I may close it manually.
Well, you know what I think? Like for example, if you have a very big lot size, you just only need like 10 or 20 pips, right? So
Exactly.
that if you get the right entry, like it doesn't matter how big your lot size is, you will just grab the money and close.
Exactly. And it also doesn't really matter kind of where the stop loss is at. That's exactly how my colleague trades. He goes in with huge Lambo lots, gets 10, 20 pips and out, and then he leaves some regular runners in to give in some bonus just so you get the entire move. We only really only literally need 10 to 20 pips, guys. We really need that. That's what we need to learn. Well, it took me a long time to fit. And I learned that when I was in the Bahamas in that millionaire trading group that we did, right? These people were coming in with $1 million accounts, $500 accounts, $100,000 accounts, right? And they got 2 pips and they were out, and they made 10
That's
G's.
crazy, man.
Yeah. And then back then, so now you're like, what kind of trading is that, right? Like, what the heck is that? You know?
Yeah, that doesn't make. I used to do it, but I usually blow like too much accounts doing it because I realize, okay, if you're willing to make $5,000, are you willing to lose
Yeah.
$5,000? That's the thing.
And
Because you
see,
can get in with momentum and momentum just, especially like this gold market right now. You get in and then whoop, you think it's going down and then boom, it goes back up. You know what I mean? So it's just
absolutely.
crazy, man. You
But
have to be
see,
willing to lose the same that you're willing to win.
in that room that I was in, though, right? I was in a room with people who are very, very successful entrepreneurs and already made, thousands, millions in their businesses. So they come in with a certain mindset, right? It's like, I just want to make money, right? I just want to make money type of thing. And their mindset was a little bit different. Like literally, one person blew $100,000 on their day one. They paid $50,000 to get there, plus hotel expenses, etc. They had to have at least $100,000 to trade, and they lost it on first day. And guess what they said afterwards? How can I deposit more? How can I deposit more? You know, sometimes we're quitting just because we lose $1,000. This person lost $100,000 in one day or one trade. And
Did you
yeah,
remember what I said the last time when I was losing to you?
yeah.
Exactly. So I still haven't reached that that peak yet. So I'm like, when I reach where G money is, then that's what I mean. In one day, that was
No,
crazy, bro.
yeah, but no, but yeah, like so back to this, right? Sometimes we just need we can get the right entry with the momentum. We just literally need 5, 10 pips out, and we can literally be done, right? Again, we're getting this
Yeah,
pullback.
I saw there's this guy. I sent it to you on Instagram. This
Give me a
guy.
second, Tommy. Give me a second, 1 second. So, guys, here this is retesting back the midpoints. Okay. Um, and I think here this could turn it back around. Just FYI. Okay. But go ahead, Tommy.
Yeah, so I actually sent you this guy who I think on Instagram who was trading like with 200 lots, and only got a few pips, and he already like got he got like 500,000 or something because he got few pips, and he was out. And you can be done, you can do one trade, and for the rest of the month you're done.
Yeah, and yeah, so yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, just if you know how to those pips multiply them, they work. It multiplies pretty quickly.
But you need to be able to have a big enough account to be able to do that as well.
And that's
Yeah.
why even now, right, it's important
Yeah.
to know how to capitalize on those pips. Okay. Hey, I got 20 pips only today. Dang, well, in the future, this could be 10 times, 100 times of what I'm making.
Ah.
You know, I think that's a Dr. Latrice. That's exactly how Dr. Latrice, like her mindset is. Like in the future, I'm only need 20 pips, right? Because of that. See, those, yeah, the rally-based rally is still making it hard for price to come down. We'll see these midpoints here can bring it back. The top of the arrow is there, guys. So we
What
are
about
take
what about you?
government.
What about you? 20 minutes. I'm seeing like a very about 20 minutes, and then I think it's trying to hit that DVD on 15.
You said 15 or 1 minute?
20, 20. What am I doing in 1 minute?
I, I thought I heard one
There we
minute.
go. There we go.
This one?
I'm actually liking that. Yeah, to bring it down. What do you think?
I saw it in a different time frame. There it goes. The 10 minute here. See this drop, base drop, which already kind of got touched there.
Is that another drop-based drop there?
Yeah, on the 10-minute it is right here,
Yeah, yeah.
right there. I do like that one. And I believe it's also 20-minute also is in there, Fernandez. I do like that as well. Just this rally-based rally is still has some bullish volume in there.
Sí, este era el rally base rally que tenía en mente.
Sí,
Igual cierro la venta y me pongo en compra. Bueno, me esperaré.
sí. Sí, espérate que unos un minutito más. Yo creo que esta se acomoda. Porque digo, también aquí por esto, este es lo que me interesa aquí. Este es lo que me está. A ver, si este VC aquí no aguantó y estamos ahorita en el flip zone de él. Por eso pensé que iba a bajar más. O sí bajó, pero no, pues hasta acá abajo. Esta es la hora. Yeah, because this little BC right here, that's the one actually the one it's speaking to me the most right here. Okay. Also too, yeah, it's the 10-minute. Let me show you this guys here before we disconnect. Before we change this. Okay. Notice here how I draw it. How this BC at one point it was a drop base drop. Okay. And then it became a BC. So this area here is definitely a decision zone. Okay, it's the decision zone. So I thought we are gonna get some more volume down because we're already below it. So the last straw for me is right here, guys, for this area. Okay, let's see if it plays that drop base drop. If it not, we have to shift gears.
Yeah, I'm thinking if this breaks, then we can just use it as a flip zone because there's a 30-minute forming. So I think if exactly, so you draw the trend line. I was gonna tell you to go on your 1 hour because you see that one where you hit in the little candles before.
Okay.
I bought it there. Yeah, I bought it up from there last night, and then I took profit at 33.06.
Okay.
And then see, he came back right there. He retested your trend line, and then he came back there again. He retested the trend line. So I'm thinking we might get the 33.25 push that you're looking for. It's just a matter of if it's gonna break this 5 minutes that you have here.
Yep. All right, so here is I do like that game plan, guys. Here is the game plan for me. Just to kind of go with the Spanandi mentioned right quick. Okay. Well, I'm gonna allow this candlestick this time to elapse. So we have 7 more minutes left on the 8 o'clock hour. Okay. We'll let this close. Can we get away? Price can do whatever it needs to do. But if it closes the way Fernandi just suggested, okay, this will be somewhat of an engulfing candle. And then from there, this will kind of create the bullish demand BEC. Okay. And then we can just take it up to 33.25. 33.25. And we'll do that. But let's let this candle, well, I'm gonna let this candle stay close. Let me see Daniela chart. Yeah, that's exactly what I had too. Daniela, your chart as well. Nice chart, by the way.
Thank you.
1 hour rally base rally. 33.25. That's a good target. So this candlestick closes in 6 minutes.
Hey G,
Yep.
so you remember the move that where you guys were selling though, and I'm like, I'm gonna buy because I saw the four ETM candle from yesterday.
Okay.
When we get off the call and I literally back tested, I realized that there was like so much confirmation, man. And I'm like, why did I not get in this trade?
No, yeah,
Because
man.
the
I tell
trend
you,
line,
you have a good eye for that longer time. When I don't focus on it too much. I'm
yeah,
focused more on intraday, but I've noticed that you do have a good eye on the higher time frame scale, man. And telling you, that's what we need to make sure that we communicate. Like, hey, G, this is where we're at on the bigger scale, man. and
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 you
I,
do my
I
trade,
I'm
man. Trust me.
I'm like how I trade like how Bruce Lee said. I trade like water, right? I'm ready to go up or down in any direction just to kind of capitalize some moves, right? But again, though, I do want us to get into a position where we can catch a huge move because that big move we can all benefit from it, right? And we just leave one, hold it, let it run, and just kind of let that thing pay us in a few days or a few weeks and so forth. Because I don't have a set in stone uh, what do you call outlook on the higher time frame. I sometimes get caught on the intraday, but yeah, man, trust me, we're all experts here, guys. We're all experts. I just have more losses than you guys. That's all it is. That's really all it is. I just have more losses. Maybe you guys are catching up there with money, right? But that's the only difference really between us, right? That I just have more losses than money. And all right. I think we are gonna go to that 33.25, guys. If they didn't get to the 90 area that are in. If you guys are in drawdown, I mean, please manage that responsibly. This was a business investment to get the best move now. Okay. So I am taking it to 33.25.
You're getting in now, or are you still waiting on the candle closer?
Ideally, you want that, but I see the momentum pushing up.
So you getting in?
I'm in. Okay, 33.25, guys. So now this trade, yes, absolutely, absolutely, Daniela. Yeah, feel free to share. Yeah.
Missed that. I'm not taking that right there because you guys are in a low entry.
So I just shared my chart markup from this morning, London session, Euro USD, and that's what I saw there while the box was still in alignment. And for me, right now, it still looks good. The entry was good, and it's still running. Let's see what happens.
What this is the 5 minute chart, right?
Right.
You know what I just noticed too, guys? Okay. So there's been a few occasions where we take our 5 minute box right here, right? The NYSE markup. And I'm trying to look for the structure from the lowest point to the highest point. But maybe just sometimes we just have to, if it's too bullish, we just take the structure from the midpoint above, right? The midpoint and above. And then from here, right, we have better structure here to see, right? To take us to the top. So just something to consider though, because yeah, there is no structure here that really helps us. The structures are up there on the upper half of things. That's why it's a little
Thanks for
too
bringing that up, because sometimes I do that on the 1 hour chart and also the 5 minute. Depends on when I see there's a very like strong sign of a lower low or anything like formation. When I see there's something that stands out, I do that sometimes, and that helps.
Okay, yeah, I just noticed it right now too, because all morning I was trying to find obviously I like the 5 minute structure, but I couldn't find it on this huge swing, and the best structure started actually above the midpoint. Like, okay, maybe we can take it from there. Okay. All right, so this 30-minute candlestick is about to close. Okay, that's a nice closure. I mean, obviously the wicks are not the best, but if this candlestick closes the way it is, that should become a BEC. Then maybe we can, take it to that destination that we originally had in mind, 33.25. I believe the momentum is still bullish. We made a higher high. We broke this, so this 10-minute area will become a flip zone as well, and that's let me check on the Euro USD. So I did like it. And this one, Annie, just a quick note. See, I have to get on trades at certain times because obviously when I'm teaching and educating, sometimes I lose track and not get in. So I might as well just go and just get in and then,
Gotcha.
the drawdown. So, I've missed trades that way when I come back. So, but I do like Euro USD. Hold on. There it is, guys. It's bumping up. I'll be there. I'll be there a global second. This is good. This is good then, yeah. Yeah, I like Euro USD as well, y'all. Okay. We have a nice impulse, a nice correction that came twice to the midpoint of the 17 hours. We're above the both what do you call it? Both midpoints here, and I think is ready to take off. The timing is also good on the 17 box. We're very near the edge there, so I do like that pump up. How high you have it going, Daniela?
Say that
1.47.
again.
How high
Oh,
you have 1.47, right?
yeah, let me check because that was the Fibonacci line. The last one, I just take it always a little bit less, shorter for my TP so
Yeah,
that I don't
I like the Euro USD, guys. I do.
5 minutes.
Nine o'clock is it.
Yes, it's 1.14702.
1.14. 147. Okay, 147.
147.
And that Fibonacci is based on what? I'm sorry, what time frame?
That is must be the 1 hour when I go back.
What are you fibbing? The box?
Oh yeah, I did that this morning. That was not the entire box. That was the lowest point, the last lowest point to the last highest point.
On the 1 hour box?
Exactly.
This can actually expand a lot higher. I mean, if we fib this entire box, okay, we're above 23%. I mean, you're just taking it back to the high, which is perfect.
Right.
We could potentially get up there, 1.6. So, but yeah, that's actually the best take profit is at the next high. Okay. The best take profit is at the next high. How many pips between now and then? About 96 pips. Very nice. And if it really wants to go the distance, 200 pips. All right, perfect. That's right. Yeah, if you guys want to feel more safer, Euro USD is a great buy. Okay, it's just not as volatile as gold. You can actually get it now with the stop loss below at this engulfing candle, or just below the midpoint, which is as far as right now is only about 20 pips away. and we're trying to get to 147, give or take. So it's a 25 pip risk. Try to get about 90 pips. So it's a very good. Okay.
I shared another chart that was the UJ chart. I shared this one I think last week and the week before, and I was watching this for many weeks. I think it's like at the month, the beginning of the year, and it's playing out very well. The Head and Shoulder, I started looking at it, and it was about here, this area at that time. I thought that was the right shoulder, but then it formatted itself again, built a nice right shoulder, and it's playing out very nice right now. Just so
Okay.
to following that, and it's close to that neckline.
What yeah, the neckline's at price 140. So that's a lot of pips between now and then. All right, let me check right here.
Daniela is a genius.
She is. I tell you, everybody here is an expert, guys.
Everybody, we're getting there.
Yeah,
Right.
I just taken the most losses from you. I'm gonna tell you, that's the only thing I have against you guys. I've just taken the most losses from here. That's all it is, guys. That really is. That's all it is.
Yeah,
248.
we live from pain, right?
Yeah.
Losing
I
painful.
paid my tuition. I paid my tuition.
I can imagine.
So Natty's catching up though. The close second, maybe.
I'm seeing a 3 minutes rally base rally. I'm trying to get in gold for that. That's not
Yeah.
hold.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna probably invest myself in gold instead. I mean, in Euro USD instead of gold, because gold can be a little bit volatile, and that it costs less margin for me to get in on Euro USD than gold. So I rather just use my bullets there. Yeah. So I do like this target, Vanilla. I was trying to find the head and shoulders pattern, but I couldn't find it. Where's it at?
You mean that tool, right?
Yeah, where's it at?
That must be yeah, you don't have
There.
that. Must be
Oh, no, it
Here?
was low.
a one lower.
Yeah, yeah,
Now
there.
that one. Exactly.
So right here, right?
Right, it started there.
And potentially here. What time frame was that um the your ETM candle? That says RBR. I just can't see what time it is.
Oh, that was the weekly. That was the month ago. Like also, I think it was in December when I started looking at it.
This one right here?
Right, I saw that and I left it. I left it. I didn't go further into that because
Yeah, actually, it's
but
also
it's a
a weekly and a monthly one, so it's very good.
so we become scalpers, position traders, day traders, and any
Yeah,
type of trader here.
it's good. Yeah, so I mean, 140 is a good destination for that. It's just a matter of okay, the structure on the NYSC markup is bearish, very nice. We're returning back to the midpoints. So the structure is bearish from high to low impulse. So for today, it's at least what do we say that was the final target?
140 you said, and yes, 140.
Oh wow. Alrighty. That's, yeah. So for today, though, intraday, just based on this structure, we have approximately about 69 pips. So very nice. All right. So USD JPY, I like it. We do have an impulse, a correction. We came in where the 23% is becoming a little support naturally, right? But we're pushing back up. The midpoints are in the bearish order. So that's very good. They're nice and tight. And yeah, I like it. I like the entries actually now at 38%, maybe 50 with the stop loss at 61%. Okay, so this is not a bad setup. We can take it to those first take profits. And then if we really want to go down to the um, the swing zone, this could be one that we can take all the way down there. Okay. As an observation. Nice job, Daniela. Thank you for those eyes.
Thank you and welcome.
Okay. Okay. Let's go back to Cobia and see what we can do. Yeah, 318. You know, we do got that news coming out later, guys, at 12:30. I've added officially Fernandy the forexfactory.com to my watch list. I need to keep a better eye on it because you know it does help. It does help. Where's the news at? And I had a line for the news and I lost it. See you guys in the other. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, so yeah, this bullish momentum will officially turn right there. Okay. So, you know, it's just trying to get rid of these candlesticks. As long as we stay above, I still like the opportunity for it to go upwards. You know, it's kind of touching the midpoints again here. So that to me is valid. You know, with gold being at all-time highs, it gets a little tricky. So, you know, sometimes you can just go to the currencies and just use their volume and momentum for it. I also too do like the buy on the Euro USD. We came back strong, pulled back, and you know, nice entries right here, give or take about 50%. Maybe a stop loss below there, trying to take it back to 147, give or take. But as far as what we use for confirmation, it's all there. It's all there. Ready? And then precision groups. GU. Maybe we could do some GJ cells. Above all midpoints. Down. Previous weekly low. previous weekly time for USD JPY, for GP JPY. Let me quickly just fib that candle. Oh, sorry, wrong candle. Yeah, but I can see so no, yeah, and I like gold. We always trade it, but sometimes when it's just too high and not enough, structure in between, the currencies can be our friend. A lot of times there's a lot of losses that are cleaned up with the currency. I know it's so something less volatile, right? Um, and then again, the US 30 and the NAS are also options for us, but sometimes those are even more volatile, right? So we gotta pick our scenarios there. But I am actually favoring the GJ, okay, for the sell. I do like that. Maybe to the midpoint right here. This midpoint, which is approximately, it's about 88 pips. So previous weekly low. No, that's not the right. So I like maybe a potential target to there. 1 hour midpoint. And let it come back here. Nice decline, yes. All right, perfect. If we can touch this drop base drop for JPY, I don't mind taking this up. We can maybe use the stop loss of that wick just to give us some space. And we can trade it down to the midpoint. As we mentioned, here we go to our area there. Okay. That is touching the 50% of the 17 and then stop loss at the high. So that's a good one. Okay. Okay, so from there to down, it's about 90 pips, just over 100 pips. That's the only difference between the currencies with US 30 and gold, is they don't move as fast. But if you know how to multiply your pips, you'll get paid the same. You'll get paid the same. You get paid the same, right, in those amount of pips. All right, guys, we will begin closing shop here. I will be active on the chat once I see price kind of hit that 33.25. So just be mindful, right? We also got that 12:30 news coming up as well. The best entry was obviously there at the 5-minute rally base rally, which I thought we were going to get a little bit lower to go up. But again, though, right, it's I wanted to buy from 32.80, but yeah, that was a good opportunity there. That we're in some pips in profit, but never reached 32.93, and the price turned around there. So we'll see now if maybe we can recover from this area here at 33.25, and it can go potentially a little bit higher because the other extension. But other than that, I will share this chart with you, and once we hit that 33.25 mark, that's a good area to take profit. And then we can recover and see what else the market wants to give us. So let's go. All right, well, I will say goodbye for now. Thank you guys for being here. We'll be back tomorrow. Our chill day on Thursday. No trade lounges. So if I come in early, I'll let you guys know. If not, we'll come back. Thank you guys for being here, and we'll see you at the next one. Tommy, we'll see you, man.
Thank you.